In addition to raising dogs, Mr. Orville also regarded this place as a torture ground. Some people who needed to evaporate from the world were sent here by him to become rations for vicious dogfighting. In the yard of the kennel, there is a 3-story building. This building is usually used by the staff for rest and office. There is also a warehouse for storing dog food underground, and a secret room for Mr. Orville to use lynching. At this time, Ichiro was tied with his hands and hung on a frame in the dark. The underground world of Orus Hill is no different from the underground worlds of Hong Kong and Taiwan. It is very strict with rules and regulations, and its various habits are the same as those of the youth gang 100 years ago. Once the interests of the gang are violated, the first thing is to face is lynching. Also detained here with Ichiro, and the 6 men in black who robbed Tianqi's magic medicine. When Ichiro saw the 6 of them here, he was frightened. He realized that this matter might have something to do with the magic drug. He didn't know how the Chinese would deal with him if they knew that the magic drug was taken away by him. At this time, Charlie stepped in. Isik greeted him respectfully and bowed. "Mr. Wade, Ichiro and his 6 doglegs are here." Charlie nodded, looked at Ichiro, and smiled slightly. "Mr. Kobayashi, let's meet again." "Ah, you are." Ichiro suddenly remembered Charlie. At the traditional medicine expo, when he went to ask Tianqi for a prescription, he was right there, and because he was just an assistant or subordinate of Tianqi, he didn't expect that he turned out to be the young master of the Wade family. Charlie looked at the hanged Ichiro, and said coldly, "Mr. Kobayashi, you are so courageous. You dare to send someone to administer the old magic medicine. Are you tired of your life?" Hearing this, Ichiro suddenly panicked and blurted out, "Mr. Wade, this is all a misunderstanding." "Misunderstanding?" Charlie pointed to the 6 people in black who were tied on the ground next to him, and asked with a sneer, "Aren't these 6 people yours?" Ichiro hurriedly shook his head. "No, I don't even know them." Charlie nodded and asked the 6 people back, "Do you know him?" The 6 people looked blank, as if they could not speak Chinese at all. At this time, Isik stepped forward and translated a sentence in Japanese. The 6 people also shook their heads and talked a lot. Soon, Isik said to Charlie, "Mr. Wade, they said they didn't know this Ichiro." "Oh." Charlie nodded, and said lightly, "Since you don't know him, then pick one from them, chop and feed the dog, and then ask the remaining 5 people." "Okay." Isik immediately translated Charlie's words, and the 6 of them were shocked and dumbfounded. They couldn't believe that Charlie only asked one sentence, and he was about to arrest someone and feed to the dog. Could it be that he really has such courage? Charlie said to Mr. Orville at this time, "Mr. Orville, your venue is more familiar to you. Take these 6 people out, weigh them one by one, choose the heaviest one, chop him for dogs, and let the rest 5 observe it live. Then bring them back for questioning." Mr. Orville asked respectfully, "Mr. Wade, what if they admit in advance?" Charlie said lightly, "It's too late now, so you have to chop off even if they admit in advance." Ichiro's fright is gone. The difference from the 6 subordinates is that he understands and immediately understands the meaning of Charlie's words. The living person chopped up to feed the dog. Is this Wade family's young master so cruel? What if he really wants to chop him? The 6 unknown men in black were taken out by Mr. Orville's men. 10 minutes later, they heard the dogs in the entire kennel boil. Subsequently, the remaining 5 subordinates were dragged back like dead dogs. Without exception, all 5 of them were frightened and convulsed violently. As soon as they entered, the 5 people went crazy and yelled at Ichiro in Japanese. Isik helped Charlie to translate. "Mr. Wade, these people are telling Ichiro that they saw their companion was chopped to feed the dog." Charlie nodded, then looked at Ichiro. He was so scared that he passed out. So Charlie said coldly, "Ichiro, I'll give you one last chance, to be honest. Otherwise, your fate will be exactly the same as the one just now." Although Ichiro wanted to contribute to the family, it was not based on the premise that he would die, so when he realized that Charlie might really kill him, he was almost shocked. So he hurriedly pleaded, "Mr. Wade, I will speak, I will say everything. I let them snatch Tianqi's magical medicine. Please forgive me, or you can say the number. I am willing to pay for it. Charlie asked with a black face, where is the medicine? Ichiro said, the medicine, I let my assistant take it to the airport. Charlie asked again, has the plane taken off? Ichiro nodded again and again. It should have taken off, and it should be out of China's airspace now. Charlie gritted his teeth and said, how dare you snatch the magic medicine? Good. Very good. Since Chinese magic medicine has been taken to Japan by your people, then I will save your life. In China,